let's learn how to use comparative phrases and find out what they mean. We use comparative phrases to say that something, someone, or a situation is like another. And we use the following structure to form these sentences. So we start with as, then an adjective or an adverb, and then the word as again. For example, the brown horse was as fast as the black horse. As, adjective is fast, and then as again. What are we comparing? The brown horse and the black horse. We are saying that they are like each other because they are as fast as each other. The brown horse was as fast as the black horse. They are similar. For negative statements, we use not as or so, then the adjective, then as or less, adjective and than. Let's look at an example. The brown horse is not as friendly as the black horse. The negative, the brown horse is not friendly, the black horse is. Or the brown horse is less friendly than the black horse. They mean the same things. We are comparing them to show the difference in this case. For quantities, when the amount is not as expected, we use as much or as many as and as little or as few as. We use the words many or few with countable nouns. For example, pencils, pens, books, things we can count. We use the words much or little with uncountable nouns. Rice, water, things like this. Let's look at an example about how to compare quantities. The first example. There are not as many people here as I expected. Number 2. There were as few as 50 people at the meeting. And the third example. There is not as much food in the cupboard as there was before Jack arrived. We don't know exactly what the quantity of food is. We just know it's not as much as it was before Jack arrived. To quantify how much of something there is, we use to, adjective, infinitive. For example, it is too hot to go outside. We can't go outside because it is hot. Or we can use adjective plus the word enough plus infinitive of the verb. The second example, it is hot enough to go outside. We can go out in this situation because it is hot. Or the negative, not plus adjective plus the word enough plus infinitive. The example, it is not hot enough to go outside. This means we cannot go outside because it is cold. All these structures of sentences show us how much of something there is. And finally, to describe a cause and effect situation, we use so plus adjective or adverb and the word that. For example, like this picture, it was so windy that we could not stand up. What's the cause? The wind. It was windy. What's the effect? Like this picture, we couldn't stand up. And that's how we use comparative phrases.